What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is I fail. I stay at like maybe 1,000 subscribers or 800 subscribers for the rest of my life, and yeah, that's it. Maybe my parents would look at me differently, but I don't think they would look at me differently from me now or whether I have 1,000 subscribers or not. I mean, because I already dropped out, so they look at me differently now. And yeah, I think that's the only downside. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I fail, and so what? What's the best that could happen? Well, I blow up, and maybe I make some money. That's the best case scenario, and that's the worst case scenario. So it's it sounds completely irrational, but I realize that humans we're not rational human beings. We act on emotion. We are very much acting on an emotion. Like dropping out of college, it wasn't. A lot of us would think that we think through our decisions, that I thought through everything and said, yeah, I think dropping out of college was the right choice. But it's all impulse, bro. Like buying something, it's an impulse decision. Once you made the decision, whether you want whether you think that you did all the research or not, it was an impulse decision because you acted on emotion rather than acting on logic. You might think it's logical, but it was all emotion. And that's what sales taught me. Sales, selling, renting out rooms, that's what it taught me. But yeah. So yeah, the other one, I'm not giving a fuck. Just don't give a fuck. Life is short. I'm not gonna say life is short. The universe is so big. It's so huge, and I'm so small. Like we're all so small. We don't really matter. I mean, everything written in this book is like it's common sense to me. Like yeah, I agree with almost everything he says inside, which is annoying because if you agree with if you agree with everything that's said inside, then you don't really learn much. But yeah, I agree with everything, like almost everything, except for some things. But yeah, it's just like common sense to me. Failure, like one of the chapters was failure is the only way forward. And most of us are afraid of failure. We're afraid of what we might lose. We're afraid of like simple. I mean, it's all first world problems, bro. I'm always thinking about like World War II, where we were fighting for our lives, where we didn't have a choice, where we had to suffer through that pain and just hope that our family members would come back during after the war. Those people didn't have they didn't have a choice, but we have a choice. We get to do stupid shit like make YouTube videos and start businesses and make some money, and yeah, and be a psychologist or something. We get to do that, and make a living. It seems awesome. Imagine people in 1945, for 1940s. Imagine that they got to say that. It would be amazing, bro. They would be in a cloud nine. But look at us now. Almost like 50-60% of people are depressed, overweight, not healthy. It's crazy. But I'm still very optimistic about the time we're living in. I think we're living, like I said before, we're living in the best times. And people aren't appreciating that enough. Life is short. I gotta stop saying that, bro. And whenever I say like I don't know what to say, I say life is short. But yeah, everybody knows that. It's gotta think. Yeah, that's all chose to hear. And yeah, don't be afraid to fail. And even if you do, so what? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, you fail. There's millions of people that fail too. Are you more important than them? I mean, right? You're not more important than them, are you? So it doesn't really matter like what problems you face. Whether you face like family problems, or maybe you lost a family member. Yeah, I'm not saying those things are not terrible, but billions of people have gone through that. So, your problem's kind of irrelevant, I would say. Like, most of my problems, I think they're irrelevant. I might be like emotional at the moment, but I'm like, I'll be in a problem, and suddenly I'll think like, shit, people were dying 80 years ago, and I'm here crying about arguing with my business partner or something like that. We argue a lot, but it doesn't really matter, bro. It really doesn't. Even if this YouTube video is shit, it doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. But your attention matters though. So sorry if I'm not doing very well. But no, I'll get better. Just keep doing the reps. Just get more comfortable with speaking and telling a story. And yeah, anyway, by the way, I got a story to tell in the next video about how I almost died. I almost died with my friend. Yeah, my friend, can't say his name. Let's call him M. Almost died driving. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video because it's gonna be a good one. I'll be telling a story. I'm not really good at telling stories, so I might do it once, twice, 3 times, and I'm gonna record every single one of those videos, and then you guys gonna see like how I improve. I guess if I improve, as I keep saying the same story over and over again. I guess it's the proof that if you put in the reps, you're gonna get good eventually. And yeah, it's the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey. It's the pursuit. It's the journey. It's the pursuit of that goal that gets you going. That's what you should appreciate. That's why I'm really happy now. Even though I'm like 116 subscribers right now, it doesn't really matter. I know it's less, but I'm enjoying the pursuit. I don't care about the goal. I don't care if I reach 1 million, 2 million, 10 million. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that I get to take a video and I get to post it on YouTube and I get to grow. I get to see the growth. That's all that matters to me. But yeah, that's it for day 28 of the Rule of 100. It's been 3 weeks. Feels like a long time, but at the same time, it feels like it just blown past. It's been a month. It's been 4 weeks. But yeah, trying to slow time down. Time will always be fast, but time will be always slow at some moments. But yeah, time is also another paradox. Just trying to figure that out. But yeah, thanks for today. See you guys. Bye.